Good evening. This is PPI Posse with Positive Poker Insiders, and I'd like to walk you through the importance of keeping good notes on players and how I played this hand against a player with a small stack. So notice I've got Queen of Clubs, Six of Clubs, and then Six of Spades, Four of Hearts. When you look that up on the Hutchinson point system, it shows 18 points, which is horrible. You don't want to be playing a hand that's only worth 18 points in pot limit Omaha. So notice I'm in the big blind, and let me kind of walk you through the process that I went through on this hand. So I get one call by Dewey and a call. I decide to say, all right, you know what? I'm going to represent from the big blind that I've got a decent hand. So I'm going to go ahead and raise pot pre-flop. I don't recommend doing this all the time. This is where you got to really understand your players. Notice I've got notes on him and I have notes on Blue. I might not have him entered on inside the app yet, but I've got notes on him also. So I make a raise. Flop comes Ace, King, Jack. Now, if you think about this for a second, Ace, King, Jack misses my hand completely. But if I'm raising pre-flop, and I've got a fairly tight image at this table at this point, I'm representing a really big hand. Maybe I've got pocket aces. Maybe I've got pocket kings. I easily could have queens with a 10 to hit this straight here. So I decide that, you know what, I bluffed from the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and continue taking that line as if I've got a monster hand. And I also know that this player will typically call the flop and then shuts down on the turn, whether he's in position raising or if he's in calling position. So at this point, I know that I'm going to have to fire two bullets for sure, or two streets for sure at this. So I go ahead and bet 2/3 pot to kind of build the pot up a little bit. On this check, when the 3 of clubs comes, it improves my hand a little bit. It gives me about a 15% chance of winning this hand. It's not a hand that I'm trying to get to showdown with, obviously, but I've got a little bit of equity in the flush here. So I decide to say, okay, I'm going to continue firing strong at this. This player only has $25. He's got two moves, in my opinion. Either he shoves or he folds. I don't believe he's going to shove because I've never seen him play like that in the past. He would have done that on the flop. The only way he's shoving here is if he has the ace of clubs flush draw. So I say, all right, I'm going to put him to the test. Small stack, I'm going to try to attempt to exploit him in this play. So I bet pot. Sure enough, the guy folds, and I walk away with making about, $14 on this hand. So this is a perfect example of understanding your players, taking notes on your players, and then using your notes to exploit them later in your play. I want to thank everybody for watching this video on Pot Limit Omaha. This is PPI Posse from Positive Poker Insiders. I ask that you go out, follow us on our website at www.positivepokerinsiders.com. If you haven't signed up for an account on 64 Spades, I encourage you to go out and go to www.64spades.com, sign up, and use bonus code PPI Posse. Thank you. Have a great evening.